Good day, everybody. This is Doug, the Modeling Hermit, and I have been working on this project for the Custom Car Challenge that Sodak Model Cars has been putting on. And this is the 1962 Pontiac Catalina from AMT. This kit was actually issued, I think, 2001. I think it said on the box, right? 2001. And let's see, what have we done to that? We put custom wheels on it, kind of modest a little bit because the back ones are going to be covered anyway, so I didn't get too carried away with that. Just some nice ones. Someday this thing will actually focus for you. I think that's got it. Let's see, interior. We did a custom steering wheel, console, bucket seats, which they're not going to focus. And let's see, we flocked the floorboards, and we also did flocking on the headliner there. I think we can see that a little bit. 62 T-Bird Sport Roadster gave up its little piece for that. I love that custom steering wheel. And then I made the sun visors for it. And let's see, and the paint on this was TS19 metallic blue. That's from Tamiya. I always called it Tamiya. I'm not sure what the correct pronunciation is. And then Tester's Color Shift Purple Sunrise over that. And then I used Extreme Lacquer Wet Look Clear to finish things up with there. So, with all that in mind there, we had to put on several coats of paint there. I kind of lost track. I think I had 3 base coats of the blue, and then there was 2 coats of the Color Shift, and then like 5 or 6 coats of the clear. I didn't write it down. I forgot. And I think I put that into another video of what I did. The engine, pretty well stock. I did some minor wiring on it. Nothing really big or fancy. The hood, got the louvers on it. Some little arrows coming up to that. And then some little, almost looks like musical notation thingies there. Just to set it off a little bit. The trunk lid, we have a little flower with our AMT guy growing out of the flower on that. I don't know if I can get that to show up or not. I've got got this thing so clear and shiny that it's hard to tell anything on it. For that shine, I also used Meguiar's Ultimate Clear Enhancer Polish. And then their, what is this? Gold Class Carnauba Premium Paste Wax. That's what I used on that then to get that look. The auxiliary taillights sitting up there. And then the stock taillights on the side, but then I added some cross taillights with the two. Geez, you can't get this thing to focus. There we go. Put some little bumperettes on it, and I actually found in my parts box a 1962 license plate in a frame type thing, and I used that. Why not? Little bumperettes on the grill, on the front end there too, and then the grill, I went ahead and did that in body color just for the fun of it, just because it felt like it. But I did have the headlights and the headlight bezels and the bumperettes. I put those into chrome, not those chrome. So half roof came from the 1962 Chevrolet BelAir kit, and then the side pieces are just out of my parts box to kind of strengthen that and give it some character. I did decide to go ahead and put a little arrow into where the chrome insert was in there, and I think that's showing up a little bit. I can see it somewhat here. The tips of it are showing. And so that's about all I did for trim on the body of this. I let everything just kind of speak for itself. Issues with it? The only issue that I had was getting the chassis mounted up to the body because I had different back bumper situation there. And even that, I mean, it took a couple, 3 minutes and some fiddling, but it finally dropped right in. So, and everything set level. Surprised me. I was expecting, with all that I was fiddling around here, that this thing was going to, sit like some lowrider, up with high stance or something. But no, everything set really good on it. The sun visors, I had to make those too. Okay, now the interior. Okay, so the door panels on this thing, I was trying to figure out something interesting to do for door panels. And I finally just decided, just reverse them. So put what's supposed to be the outside, that's not supposed to be seen, inside so that it's seen, but the inside that is supposed to be seen on the outside so that it's not seen. So anyway, so there's my door panels on it. I just thought those kind of looked cool. And so I went ahead and used them. I don't know, maybe they look funky to other people, but I liked them, and they were really easy to do. So with that in mind, I think that we just can call this one a completed project. There's not much else to tell on it. I'll spin it around one more time. Oh, that back glass, that surprised me. That went right in. Couple little small openings, but they were easy to fill. So the back glass went in. And then, okay, yeah, so another thing that, where those auxiliary taillights are at, I found some custom pieces in my parts box that really reminded me of 1959 Pontiac. So I put those on there and then put those custom lights up there on that, just because I could. And why not? So I did that. That's trying to think of anything else to really mention on this. I've got to do a little adjustment for the hood. The hood keeps wanting to slide forward about an eighth of an inch. So anyway, yeah, I mean, you can tell if I can get this light to where it will shine on there. You can see that I got a decent shine on this thing too. So yeah, for my first, well, it's not my first attempt. It's probably my, I'd say 5th or 6th attempt at a custom. But this is the first one that I actually got to where I'm not ashamed of it. I can, put it out where, it can be seen. And instead of on the top shelf, kind of to the back, I'm actually going to put this in on a middle shelf where, it can really be seen, and middle to lower, and yeah, and just kind of enjoy it. So I encourage everybody to, get in on this build. It's a fun build. I thank Sodak Models for putting this on. And I'm going to stop babbling and just say this is Doug, the Modeling Hermit, and I'm off the air, and I am gone.